Hello students, now I will teach you the next program, that is knapsack greedy method. So here in program number 6 there are two programs. One is knapsack greedy method and one more is knapsack 01 problem using dynamic program. So here, as you know, in greedy method we are considering fraction of the items also. Okay, and in knapsack 01 dynamic programming method we are not going to consider the fractions. So coming to the first method, we will see now the greedy method. Afterwards, I will teach you dynamic programming method. So coming to greedy method here, these things will be given to you. That is, there are 4 items given here. The weight of each item and the profit of each item is been given here. And they will give you the back capacity and they will give you the back capacity. First thing what you need to do is, okay, these things will be given: weight, profit and back capacity. First thing what you should need to do is calculate profit divided by weight ratio for each and every item. See, so 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, 2 divided by 3 is 0.6, 5 divided by 4 is 1.25, 6 divided by 5 is 1.2. After calculating this, step 1, this is the step 1. After calculating this, what you need to do is arrange this in ascending order. So among this, the highest is 1.25. So I put it in the first position. Next is 1.2. Next is 0.6. Next is 0.5. So this is the step 2. So arrange it in ascending order according to profit divided by weight ratio of each items. After doing this, now I'll come out with a table here as shown here. I'll come out with a table. Here I have added 4 rows and many columns respectively. I will tell you each one by one. And here I have taken the value of X. This is X, weight, profit, Xi into Wi, Xi into Pi. Xi means I am taking the value of X. Wi means I am taking this value, weight value. Next, Xi, in this Xi takes the value of X and Pi means the profit value here. So I tell you how I got this, how I calculated the answer. Now here, if I tell you by simply the table fill table, you will get confused. So I will delete all the values. I will tell you again what I have done. So first coming here, I will select the profit divided by weight item which is highest. Okay, I select the item. Now I have highlighted it with yellow color. Now what I do is I take the weight of that item. I will see in the yellow color row, what is the weight of the item? It is 4. And what is the profit? It is 5. Okay. Now what is my back capacity? For the first time, the back capacity at the beginning, it is back capacity is 8. So back capacity is 8. Now I will decide whether I can add my item 1. Okay. Item 1 is, now you don't take item 1 as this one. See, you don't take item 1 as this one because we have to arrange it in ascending order. Ascending order, profit divided by weight of each item, arrange it in ascending order. According to that, take the highest value. Now this is my item number 1. This is my item number 1. So when I take that, the weight of that item is 4. The profit of that item is 5. The back capacity is 8. Now I'll think whether I can accommodate or put the whole item into the bag. Yes, I can put the whole item into the bag because 4 is less than 8. Yes, I can put the whole item into the bag. So I take the X value as 1. Because I have added the full item into the bag, I have taken the value of X as 1. Now Xi into Wi. Xi is 1, Wi is 4. So answer comes out to be as 4. So profit, Xi is 1, profit is 5. So answer comes out to be as 5. The remaining back capacity. After I added, now I have added item number 1 of weight 4. The remaining back capacity is 4. Okay. Now coming to the second item. The back capacity is 4. The weight of the second item is 5 and its profit is going to be 6. Now Now, if you see, the bag capacity is only 4, but the weight of the second item is 5. Now, I am not able to add the entire item into the bag because 5 is greater than 4. So what can I do? So I can add only a fraction of the second item. How much? What fraction? So the bag capacity is 4 divided by the weight of the second item, that is 5. So this is the fraction that I am able to add it in the bag. And now afterwards, if I go on calculating xi into wi, xi is 4 divided by 5 into wi is 5. So 4 divided by 5 into 5, the answer comes out to be as 4. Next, 4 divided by 5 into 6, that is nothing but the profit. The answer comes out to be as 4.8. And now the bag capacity is 0. The bag capacity is 0. Now for the third item, now since the bag capacity has become 0, I'm not going to add the third item as well as I'm not going to add the fourth item also. Just I will type their weight and just leave it. I type their profit and just leave it. The values remains to be 0. Okay, that is how I got this item. Now, when I sum up, when I find the sum of this, when I find the sum of the weight as well as sum of the profit, the sum of the weight. So this is the weight. The sum of the weight comes out to be as 8. So the bag capacity also is 8. The sum of the weight till now, whatever the items I have added, if I find the sum of that, it also comes out to be 8. So I am not violating the constraint of not to exceeding the bag capacity. So the knapsack main point constraint is not to exceed the bag capacity. So here I am 100% according to the constraint. I have solved the problem that I am not exceeding the bag capacity. And my sum of the profit is 5 plus 4.8. That comes out to be 9.8. So this is the maximum profit. So according to this problem, the maximum profit which I have obtained is 9.8. This is the maximum profit I have obtained. So this is my maximum profit. Now, so this is the problem explanation. Now let us see according to our code whether we will get the same answer. Then next step, I am going to explain the code, how it works. Now what I am trying to show is next step, whether when I execute my code, I'll get the same answer 9.8. I'll just check it. Now I'll stop sharing it and I'll share a new file. Now I have a program here. It is a code for knapsack greedy method. I'll explain the code now after showing you the output. So this is the code. Now when I run this program, the first thing it asks is number of items. So 4 items. The next thing is asked is enter the weight of each item. So the weight of each item is, I'll just go see here. The weight of each item is 2345. The profit is 1256. So I just remember it, 2345, 1256. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the profits are 1, 2, 5, 6. The bag capacity is 8. The bag capacity is 8. So now I have got the total profit as 9.8. I have got the total profit as 9.8, which is same as that I calculated before. See here my Excel sheet. So here, if you see here, the maximum profit is 9.8. The maximum profit is 9.8, and the profit which I got here is also 9.8. So the code and our program runs similar way. Now I will go explain the code. I'll explain the code first. Now I'm going to share a new screen. So now I have shared the screen again. Let me explain here only. So the first line in this program, it has got a class called as knapsack greedy method. Now here it is having a main program, two variables, three variables I, j and n, floating point variables sum, max and m. One by one, when it is used, I'll tell you the advantage of using these variables. So here, to hold my items profit and weight, two arrays I have declared. Okay. Next, I'll tell the user to enter the number of items. Using a scanner object, SC, I'm going to take the number of items. Next, enter the weight of each item. Using a for loop, I'm going to take the weight of each items. Next, the profit of each items I'm going to take here. Now, next, the last input is the bag capacity, which I am storing till m. Now here, I have used a while loop. Here I have used a while loop. Inside the while loop, I have used a condition when m is greater than 0. When m is greater than or equal to 0, you proceed. Okay. So the bag capacity should not go to negative value. That is the meaning of this. When m is greater than 0, m is what? Bag capacity. See, enter the capacity of knapsack. It is stored in m. So the m value should be not be in a negative way, because the capacity of the bag should not go in negative value. Okay, so that only I'm taking m should be greater than or equal to 0. After that, max. Now this max is 0. Max is 0. What is that max? I'll tell you now. I'm using a for loop. See, observe carefully this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines, which I have highlighted in a color. Observe carefully that one. Now what I am doing here, starting from the first item, that is I is equal to 0 till the last item, I am calculating profit divided by weight ratio. Now the maximum is 0 first. Maximum is assigned to 0. So the first time, the first item's profit divided by weight ratio, obviously it will be greater than max, and we go inside the if statement, and the max is nothing but the profit divided by weight ratio of the first item, that is item number 1, and that item number is stored again in j. But you might ask why it is in a for loop, because we have to find out an item which is having a profit divided by weight ratio maximum. So the first time of the execution of this for loop, the profit divided by weight ratio of the first item is being calculated. The second time, the profit divided by I becomes 1, the profit divided by weight ratio of the second item is being calculated. Suppose its ratio, its answer is greater than max, then that item is being considered. So ultimately, according to what I explained in the using the Excel sheet, ultimately our main goal is to select an item with profit by weight ratio is maximum. Okay. After selecting that, this for loop does that. It selects an item with profit divided by weight ratio as maximum. So after selecting that, what you need to do is that item number is stored in J. That item number is stored in J. So, okay. Now Next, what is that this if statement does? If that particular item's weight is greater than the bag capacity, observe carefully. If that particular item weight is greater than the bag capacity, then only a fraction of that item could be added. Only a fraction of that item could be added when if the weight of that item is greater than the bag capacity. Only a fraction of that item can be added. And the sum here is nothing but the total profit. Okay, sum of profit. Observe carefully, the sum variable here holds the total profit. Okay, so sum is equal to sum plus m into max. M is the bag capacity and maximum is the profit divided by weight ratio. Okay, and then after that now only a fraction of item only could be added. So after adding this fraction of item, 100% we know that the bag capacity will be 0. So we are assigning the bag capacity value to -1. See, in this particular code, the fraction of item is being added. Why a fraction? Because the weight of the item is greater than the bag capacity. So a fraction of item is being added. Once the fraction of item is being added, 100% the next step would be the bag capacity will be 0. So since we should not proceed further, we are assigning m value to -1. Okay. The otherwise, if the weight, this is one condition. The else part works when the weight of the item is less than the bag capacity. The else part works when the weight of the item is less than the bag capacity. That time what you should do, you can add the full item into the bag. And what you should do, from the bag capacity, that is m, you subtract the weight of the item that is being added. Next step, you sum up the profit of the item that is being added. Then now you have added a particular profit item into the bag. No, already you have added the item into the bag, so make that item's profit as 0. Why? Because again we should not consider that item here. Now you have added item into the bag fully, you have subtracted the weight of that item also. So next time again we should not consider the same item. No, so the profit is of that particular item is made as 0, and this is repeated till your m value becomes negative. Some way or the other, at finally the m value will become negative and your while loop will stop. After the while loop stop, you come out and print the total profit gained by adding the items into the bag. So I have shown the output of this program also. This is the 6B program, that is knapsack by greedy method, where we consider fraction of the items also. The next program which I'm going to explain is knapsack 01 problem, which doesn't consider fraction of items. So we will see that in the next class.